Good afternoon. I am Scooter. How is everyone today? So we talked about chicken and I talked about pork yesterday, and today I'd like to talk about my experience with beef. So about 15 to 17 years ago, I decided that I wanted to lose weight, so I said that I would try the Dr. Atkins diet. And on the Dr. Atkins diet, if you remember, you could eat as much protein of any kind that you wanted, but you couldn't eat any bread products, couldn't eat any rice, you couldn't eat any potatoes. So I did it for 9 days. And I'm going to say this, my main source of protein was McDonald's quarter pounder with cheese. And I would buy the quarter pounder, throw away the bun, and eat it. At the end of 9 days, I had a pain in the pit of my stomach that would not go away. And after that, I don't care what kind of beef it was, whether it was McDonald's or Ruth Chris or the most delicious piece of beef in the whole world, I could not eat it. And I had intense pain. I could no longer ingest beef and digest it at all. And so it led me to look into what was the problems with beef. And one of the problems at that particular time was a lot of the beef, especially ground beef, was infused with a spice called papain. And papain was a meat tenderizer, or is a meat tenderizer. And because the stomach is made of smooth muscle, it was not only tenderizing the beef that I was eating, but it was also tenderizing the lining of my stomach, and I could no longer digest the beef at all. It was a continuous thing. And from that day to this day, I do not eat beef. Now, there are considerable other reasons why you shouldn't eat beef, just besides the fact that they are putting other additives into the ground beef that you may not realize are in there that are causing you digestive problems. But one of the things with ground beef is that scares me is that somebody said to me, well, you know, beef is USAID inspected. And I said, do you really think and expect for somebody to come out and inspect every piece of beef that's inside your refrigerated counter at your grocery store? That would be so labor intensive. Even if they went to the warehouse and they only inspected sides of beef, that would still be so labor intensive. They couldn't afford to do it. So I don't know. I personally do not know what an inspection consists of, but I would guess, and it is a guess, that they go to a farm and they look at a few beef, few cattle, few cows, and say they look okay. They don't have hoof and mouth disease. They don't have this disease. And so the whole herd is certified. Now, that's what I believe happens. But anyway, back to the whole concept of beef and you eating it. One of the biggest problems that, as I watch a variety of videos on YouTube and on Facebook and other places, and then I go back and I see if I can check and see if they're real. One of my biggest problems is that the cancer rate in America is so high. And when they make ground beef, especially, what they do is they chop up. If the cattle has a tumor, they grind that tumor right into the beef. If the cattle has a cyst, they grind it right into the beef. They just put anything in there, and they don't care about your health or my health. Now, I'm not saying that ingesting cattle tumors is causing the increased rate of cancer in the United States. But what I am saying is that I don't want to eat a tumor. I don't want to eat a rat tumor, a rabbit tumor, a cat tumor, a cow tumor, or a chicken tumor. That's not what I want to do. And I think that it is causing a great deal of problems for the American people. The other thing is, one of my friends has breast cancer, and I went to the doctor with her, and the first thing on the list about controlling your health now that you have cancer is stop eating meat. So this is one more of my don't eat that stuff. So I'm not eating chicken, I'm not eating pork, and I'm not eating beef. And I advise you to improve your diet, improve your quality of life, and don't eat these things. So no beef, no steak, stay away from it. Anyway, this is Scooter. I am Scooter, and it was nice talking to you today.